Hello and welcome. Welcome to my home and welcome to our sacred space that I prepared for us today. I'm Olivia and this is Tarot and Coffee with Olivia, and I'm here to do your tarot pick a card. We have the cards lined up here with card toppers so that it will be easy for you to pick your card. Now, I'm going to have a little sip of coffee and tell you how much I appreciate you, because I do. And your comments. Thank you so much for the helpful comment I got yesterday. And that is more jangling. And so I went and I found all my bracelets so that I could jangle more. I do appreciate you, and I do listen to you, and I do read the comments, and I do respond. It's just really important for me to know, for me to let you know how much I really care about you guys and how much it means to me that you're here. Okay, I could go on about that forever, like I really, really could. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling the card of the day, or the thought of the day, from the Healing the Mind and Spirit cards from Dr. Brian L. Wiess. And the way we do this pick a card is easy. So if you've never done one before, it's really easy to do. Just follow along with the video. Whoops, we had a volunteer. And our volunteer today is, and you probably got to see my messy hair that I haven't brushed yet. Renew your relationships through loving action. The relationship is living alive in the present. It's not a thing of the past. Can you even see that card? I think somehow this got... Let's look at the back. I honor my relationships with loving care and attention. Renew your relationships through loving action. This relationship is living alive in the present. It is not of the past. I honor my relationships with loving care. I like it. I like it. I'm not going to argue with that. I know sometimes I pick the thought of the day and I'm like, I don't know if I like that. I feel like y'all do the same with the cards. I do too. And so do a lot of my clients. Sometimes we hear things we don't want to hear. Sometimes we just don't agree with things, and that's okay. That's you take what you love, take what is good for you. You leave the rest. That's what this is all about. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the card toppers up close, and we have the lovely Selenite, and we have the green Flourite. And we have the purple Flourite. And we have the turquoise, which is not a Flourite. Okay, so we've already done our card of the day. We've already done, our thought of the day. I always say that wrong. Forgive me. I'm going to have another sip of coffee. It's so good. Pretend like, I hope you have a nice beverage in front of you right now, a coffee or tea or something that you like hot cocoa, something cozy, something like iced tea. Here in Texas, even in the winter, iced tea is a lovely drink that we all enjoy. We usually like it sweet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lift up the card that's under the selenite so we can see where we are, and that is a really great card. The Ace of Swords, also known as the Ace of Spades, and we all know and love this card when we play card games because it's usually a winner. It's also I could talk about poker, but let's just talk about the Ace of Wands right now and why you have it. So this card, the swords, wands, I mean swords, I'm sorry. Swords represent intellect, our words, our thoughts and opinions. It can be a double-edged sword. It is a double-edged sword, but it's also about seeing more than one side, seeing the two sides to the sword, so what that means is this card is actually bringing clarity, or talking about the clarity that you will have today. It asks you to rise up and benefit from that new clarity, seeing things clearly, seeing both sides or seeing all sides, choices, wisdom, knowledge. So if you have a choice to make today, having this card is letting you know to make sure you look with clarity, that you look at all sides of the story before making a decision. Because you don't want to end up accidentally cutting yourself, right? I have a tendency to do that with my words. My words can be so sharp sometimes that they hurt everybody that hears them. I've gotten better as I have aged, but I still mess up. And of course, coupling that with the relationship card that we got, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. And sometimes we do kind of get in a place in our relationships where we're not acting kindly towards one another, where we've habituated into a place of anger or resentment. And so with the relationship card and the sword card, that's really a step back from that, and a pause to look and make a decision as to where you want your relationship to go and how you want it to feel and be, because you are a part of that relationship. And so it's part of your responsibility to bring it. All right, let's go ahead and look and see what we have under the green fluorite, which does have some purple in it, but we're calling it the green fluorite. And you have, what number is that? 6. I have to count my Roman numerals. I do not have them memorized. Okay, yeah, this is the 6 of Wands. We were talking about wands earlier on accident. Okay, so I didn't write very coherent notes today, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'm just going to go with what I have here, okay? This card is about winning. One of the things I like to show about this card is the garland in his hair, the garland there, and then there are people also in the background. So this person is someone who has won the gratitude of others, won the prize. This person is a leader. This person is you. You could be one of these people back here, and that's okay too, because you're the support to the team. Because it's not just one person, it's a team. It's a team of people. So what this card asks of you today is to get involved in a project, and maybe you already are, but to recognize your part in that group and in winning. And winning the prize. So I'm going to say it again, only I'm going to finish my thought. Get involved in a project that is greater than yourself, and then everyone will be a winner. There's something really, really wonderful about being part of a team, and there's something very exciting in being a leader to that winning team. So, and coupled with relationship, that team could very well be extended family or family. We're all trying to figure out how to share Christmas with one another without making anyone ill. And I know this is this is no longer a timeless video because I'm talking about something relative to right now, but that's okay. It's your video for this month or for whenever you find it. I'm going to take it down when it's no longer relative. All right, let's go ahead and see what's under the purple crystal. And oh, yes, there she is, the High Priestess. Now, she is very different from the High Priest. You know, we had the High Priest recently. The High Priest is the guy or person. He is a masculine person. This is the feminine side of the same, but they are still very, very different. So the priest names what is sacred, whereas the high priestess knows all that is sacred. She doesn't have to name it. And if you're wondering about these two columns on the sides, you might want to think of those as yin and yang, dark and light. She knows the secret knowledge. I think of it as, well, I'm gonna read from my notes. She knows the unknown because she is tapped into the collective consciousness. Now, this card is you today, and you are your own soothsayer, your own tarot reader, your own magical being. And actually, when you have this card, you really dig into self to find the answers. You don't ask outside of yourself. You use your imagination, and what you need to know about this card is that you make your own reality, even when it comes from your imagination. So, this is a very exciting card for you today. It's a everything magic card. It's a manifestation card. It's a knowing card. It's a not just knowing right from wrong, but knowing all of the dark and all of the light, and having that, being able to access that within yourself. So, yes, it is a very powerful card. And of course, coupled with relationships, you have the power to make your relationship a very magical one and make it how you want it to be. And of course, there's another person involved, and that does change things a bit. But you got a lot of power today with that card, regardless of who you are. Before I move on to the last card, I'm going to have another sip. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the turquoise. I'm trying to jiggle those bracelets. You know what? If you don't like that, if you don't like the bracelets jingling, you can make that comment too. Okay, let's see what we have here. And then I don't know what I would do. Okay, so here we have, that is the Four of Pentacles. And I tell you what's interesting about this to me is that I do believe within the past week we have seen this. I think this is the third time in 7 days this card has come up. So it means somebody really needs to see that. And as I'm the reader, I often feel like that means I need to see that as well. So let's look at this very closely. If we talk about the pentacles as talents, things that abilities that you have that you can share with others that help the world go round, basically. So this card is asking you to set yourself apart from the world, crown yourself with your talents and abilities. Using patience, cultivate these talents, and soon everyone will be able to see in you your unique qualities and talents, and they will be able to see the royalty that you are. To me, I'm going to relate this to myself because, like I said, if I see a card several times within a few days, I think that I must be really needing to pay attention to this. And so as relating to self, I will say before I started doing these particular videos, I did not share my spirituality with anyone. I barely shared it with myself at times. And now that I'm doing this, I do feel like I'm wearing a crown of talents. And I do feel like I have something to give. And I didn't feel like that when I started. In fact, I felt vulnerable, and I felt like I was cracking open, and I felt like I might be opening myself up to danger. But here I am, and I feel like it was right to open up. And then I am safe, and I'm free, and so are you. So here we are. We're at the end of this video, which is always very, very bittersweet to me. Not like my coffee, because my coffee is only bitter. It doesn't have any sugar or milk. It's best that way, but you do you, boo. So, I hope you can take what you needed. Please do. Take what resonates. Leave the rest. Don't make life-altering decisions or changes based on this or any other tarot pick a card. But do connect with me on my social medias linked below, and book with me on my website, or hit that keen link and make an appointment there. And last but not least, subscribe. Oh, wait. Last but not least, I love you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.